Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Friday evening again. Once again, we have an interesting episode for you tonight. We already have some folks in the chat. Thanks, guys. I figured out how to get the timer up on the screen this time. Okay, enough out of you, Peanut Gallery over there. Let's see. Let's introduce our boxes here. We got Jason and we got Miss Kasia. Some other folks probably be trickling in here shortly. How are you guys doing tonight?
What's up?
Jason.
What's up? Hello, everybody.
Hi. Pretty
Hi, guys.
good. How are you?
Kasia, that's a lovely dress. Sorry,
Thank you.
Jason, I can't say the same. I mean, I like the shirt, but
Hurley is a good brand.
well,
You know?
I don't have
Or
any of
was.
those. Where do you get that from?
Is Hurley still around?
Yeah, still around.
It's its own show or it's its own store. Let's see.
There is outlet malls, and they do have their own store and stuff, but mostly like PacSun, a couple different types of store, but skater, surfer store, stuff like that.
Cool. We have like a Pacific Sunwear, I think, something
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna put up our link to get in the box real quick here. Got a couple things to talk about. I want anybody to message me if they have ideas for topics, because I had someone do that and I really appreciate the topic. I wasn't prepared to do it this week, but I think it's a good topic idea. And I definitely need more ideas, so it's always something to talk about. You guys, don't be shy. Don't be afraid to say something or send me a message and it be something I don't like. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Just give me your ideas.
Awesome.
Let's see here. Why am I?
I seen you put the warning label up, so we're all good, right? Cheers, everybody.
Yep. Wondering why it's still up on my screen. Oh, I somehow paused it. Okay. Just want to make sure something's not frozen up. Okay, good. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, definitely for this episode, at the very least, is going to be one where marijuana smoking at least is going to be almost a must.
Almost a must.
I'm a little bit upset about it. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I'm kind of giving some time for everybody to show up, but I do want to point this out, you guys. Just so you know, we're live on my profile on Waylon the Indoor Farmer page, and we're on the PITB YouTube page, just so you guys are aware. But this is cool. Our first episode, we brought up a little bit of the Iraqi war, just talking about what I went through and stuff. But I found this the other day going through a bunch of my old stuff, and it's pretty neat. I don't think it's worth anything, but I have a whole lot of money right here, you guys. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Look at all that money. Two of these bills. Oh, we got our smoke buddies in here. Where did Kasia go?
Her screen's a little black. She might have just turned her screen off for a minute.
Usually you'd see a avatar there. Miss the smoke buddies. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much.
That's weird.
I went and I liked, and then I shared it.
Cool. Appreciate
so.
that.
It took me a minute.
Too. I do need to do that as well. Where did you share it to?
I should do that too and be like, Smoke Buddies is live.
710 International.
Okay. I should
do
the
public one.
I'm gonna do ones that aren't those.
Weed Gang, a couple of my groups too. So.
Did you do live
this
from the
is really helping. I gained some people too in my group, so I think everybody's kind of excited about this party that I'm having tomorrow.
Good.
Ooh,
I'm excited too.
State.
So
I'm excited too.
It's my second consumption event, so first one went good.
Share to a group. Just so everybody knows, in case you're not aware, it says it on my screen, but it may not show it on the Facebook. We're going to talk about cannabis. We're going to talk about medical effects, maybe a little bit of history. We're not going to, obviously, we don't have time to really hit the every aspect of the subject, but I think it'll be fun. But also, I'm gonna play, Jason. I'm gonna play devil's advocate tonight. I'm gonna be the opposite side. Okay, Samo, what's up, brother? I think I pinned the link if you'd like to. If not, if you can just want to watch, I'm down with that too. Okay, I'm gonna share us out to Bighorn Genetics. I don't know if Chris.
Oh,
probably
I did that one.
say. Oh, you did. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I have a whole
Did you
bunch.
post in my group?
Are you part of Smoke
Am
Buddies,
I?
Asia?
Am I?
I don't know.
I don't know if you are or not, but if you're not, just post in my group too, because I forgot to say Smoke Buddies is live right now. But oh well,
Yeah, I
we're
don't
live.
think.
Are
I'm
you
tired.
Are you in Cannabis Lady?
Who, me?
No, Acacia.
Oh.
No.
Well, anybody really. That one is one that I have to start going to directly before they'll let me share. I saw that. I gotta remember to go
I'm
there.
trying to get the dabbing granny on one of our shows.
That would be fun. Yeah, that would be cool. Actually,
keep trying to
speaking
tell
of
her.
which, I want to get Jason back for another. Well, he might be on many episodes, but I want to do an episode on concentrates and how properly make them and how to be safe with it and whatnot.
Oh, I know that.
Well, good. I mean, good. You'll
That's gonna
have
be a good
something to say. Well, because for instance, like Ima has a press and he's new with it, so he's getting to learn that. And I think getting him together on here with Jason and pick his brain and really figure, because he did a lot of research, but it's still not easy to get it to be the way you like.
I think Ima's coming to my party tomorrow.
I've been telling him to. Yeah, hopefully he can get
because I told him I have a press there, so I can show you how to do it. Because we're gonna have like it's a party, but like we're gonna show people like how to press, how to properly trim, like if they just want to come check out like the university part of it.
Nice.
And then I gotta roll like 200 fucking joints tonight.
Why? Why don't you just use that machine? What's it called, Jason?
My machine broke, which I'm very upset about. And because usually I put 10 in that bitch, roll, we're done. But it broke last night because apparently I dropped it, didn't realize I dropped it because I was a little drunk.
Why don't you just order the Buddies Bump Box?
I don't have time for that.
See, because they got them that come in 30. The one that I have, I can do 62 at a time. And I put it on a little vibrating table. And within a minute and a half, you got 62 joints already done. The Raw has the Whirlwind. That one you can do 15 at a time. There's all different ones, but the Buddies Bump Box is a pretty good one. So, and that's cheap.
Dabbing Granny is a friend of mine, so I'm trying to get her.
Oh, that would be cool. Tag her in this.
There's an hour.
Dabbing Granny, she's the shit. So I also have some other people that I've been telling check out because I have some people that like are out of state, and that like I have a couple of rappers that are in it, and I was like, if you guys could just sit in for like 20 seconds.
I want to do a music episode, music artist episode. I'd love to get E Freezy on there. I don't know if he's a busy guy, but just to talk about somebody trying to do something positive with music. And I think I like his whole message. I'm sure
Definitely.
Jason does too.
Yeah.
Kasia, so your screen went black. I was going to ask you how you're doing, then I'm going to ask Miss Smoke Buddies how she's doing. But when your screen went black, I was showing everybody this money that I found in a bag. Ooh, you guys, it's from Iraq. Here's a $10,000 bill. I have two bills. Let's see, I have a couple somewhere with Saddam's face on them.
I just went like this and almost slobbered on myself. Sorry, because I'm like, what?
Oh, we got Miss Melanie in the backstage. Bringing her up. There we are.
What up?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Melanie. So, Kasia, how are you today? Is that a new dress? You are muted. Can't hear you. Uh-oh. Let me look. Yeah,
I can speak sign language. Smoke says
Mia. Man, goodness.
Beep, 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 beep.
Uh-oh.
Beep, beep,
Got a
beep, beep, beep.
Keisha fan in the audience.
Did I mess up the sound?
There we go.
Really
No,
doubt you did anything. You're kind of blurry, Mel.
I know. I don't know why it doesn't work on you. Let me try my tablet. I'll be back.
That's okay. I'm trying to figure out why we can't hear Keisha all of a sudden. Nope. Like there's zero sound at all. It's not like it's bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear you fine.
Right.
I hear Mr.
So your $10,000 Iraqi money is only $6.85 United States.
$6.85. That's
Yeah.
a lot. I thought it was worth like 6 cents.
No, $6.85 for 10,000 Iraqi.
Well,
I'm good. How are you?
You're looking up what's official money. This is so. While I was there, they pulled this scam. Back in Desert Storm, a lot of Americans bought what was going to be the new currency.
Good.
And when they bought a bunch of it, and then it went up in value, they made a lot of money. Well, the Iraqis knew that, and so this time they made a new dinar and sold a bunch of it to Americans for like pennies, and then they said that, oh, that's not the dinar anymore. We're going to make a new one, and so that was just completely null and void. It's very funny. A lot of people lost money this time. People were throwing their whole checks, like there were American contractors just throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars into this, and then they just changed it. They said no.
Oh man.
Is that what so they're talking about the historical exchange rate change?
Yep.
That's funny that you say that.
It's funny. But that's a cool episode. Maybe we could talk about different money.
Historical exchange rate change. That's funny. So wow, that's crazy.
So Keisha, we can hear you now?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. How are you
That's
now?
loud and clear.
So how are you
Because
now?
I had gotten a call and I think it took the permission for my headset away.
That's probably it, yeah. Oh, I have Allison Sue up here.
Hello, Allison.
Hey, Allison, get up here, Mom.
Allison, we're talking medical cannabis tonight. I have some good information we're going to look at, a little bit of the history of cannabis. So, Jules, you look nice. I like that. What is that? Is that a dress? Is that a 40 ounce you're drinking there?
No, but it's 9% alcohol.
I had
just have
something
like
one time.
a swimsuit on.
All right. Okay.
I just got a swimsuit on and some sweatpants because I'm a bum today.
Well, I had a shirt. I had my Up in Smoke University shirt on, but then I got spaghetti sauce on it from making lasagna for my son and I. So
I just pretty much woke up in what I fell asleep drunk in.
That's
night.
very strange.
Like I'm going to work. So.
Melanie was in the backstage, and I clicked to pull her up, and then she disappeared. Poof. Disappeared. Oh, wait, here we are.
It might be her internet. She might be having an issue. Sometimes it does that with Jason's live.
Doing great.
Good. All right. Well,
I can't wait I can't wait to get 2 ounces of weed and roll them up today individually. It'll be so much fun.
What else? Do you have
the sarcasm is great.
What else is
well,
planned?
you know, at a consumption event, of course, I'm not going to have you pay $5 at my door and not give you guys free weed. That's rude. And like I said, I got the press. I got edibles. I got everything you need. I got people just pulling through, and like everything that we're doing is like donation based. It's not like it's, you know what I mean? It's a little different. Like even the food, like Steve is going to do all the food, but he literally was like, I don't know if I want to sit there and like charge people and do that. He was like, I might just put the donation thing in there and just like let people fill it up with money. And it's like, what do you want? Hot dog, hamburger, fries, chips, what?
Yeah, do something cheaper.
Be like really cool. Well, it's just going to be a cool back laid out party so everybody can just come and hang out. And like I said, I wish I can like Facebook live it and stuff, but I can't, only in my private group.
Oh, wait. So you're saying I can't go live tomorrow?
You can go live, but it has to be in my group in private. Like, it cannot be a public thing.
Why?
If it's a public thing, like, I can kind of get shut down, but I won't because the cops are cool. But they're just, like, right
it's
now.
It's a consumption building.
You have to kind of be secret, you know, with the consumption events. I can hear you, Melanie.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm the party is gonna be
Weird.
fun, like I
Yeah,
said,
baby.
and it's word of mouth. So like whoever's in the Peoria area, it's gonna be at Grow by Design. It starts at 5. Bring whatever you want, just not alcohol. Like there will be no alcohol on the premises whatsoever. This is completely strictly weed.
So
Those are the rules.
Are there going to be any vendors there? Is Trinity coming?
No, I don't have. I'm not doing the vendor thing because that's not how I do my consumption events. I literally do my consumption events just for the people. So if people want to bring their stuff,
I
they
can
can.
hear you great,
I don't.
but your video is terrible. It keeps like you're frozen every.
Oh, sorry. Well, at least you can hear me.
Yes, you sound fine.
I'll just hold still for like this, and then I'll just talk. But the rules are, if I have a consumption event, there cannot be any alcohol, and everybody has to smoke outside. But the thing where I'm doing it at, it is a flower shop, so you can smoke inside because we can open up every window. So you can smoke inside and out. And I'll have like 20 tables, weed, and a presser, and I'm gonna set up my phone to basically a speaker because I'm a ghetto DJ and I don't give a shit. It's my party. And basically give your money at the door because I spent some money on a lot of weed, and yeah.
I'm sure people will be tipping too. But
that's what I'm saying. Everything is donated, and then like all the plants, like we haven't decided if I'm gonna auction off my big boy baby yet, but we might be auctioning off one of our big huge plants. Don't know yet. And then like we're gonna be selling some of the babies. And then, like, everybody else, like, if you guys want, like, seeds, anything, everything is, like, fucking 20% off of everything.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, like, this event is basically for the people so they can, like, come, learn how to grow, learn how to, like, do some shit, but also, like, have fun and be at a party with good music for $5 versus $25 or $15 for no reason with 80 vendors.
Do that. Melanie, how are you doing? Pretty good.
But anyway, I gotta jump off of here, Waylon. I kind of just snuck on here to say that, but I gotta go back to work if that's cool.
Okay, bye.
I'm at the charting in, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Follow Smoke Buddies. Bye, guys.
I'll have to do that. I haven't. I'm good. I'm just getting home from work. I've been door dashing all day.
I want to say I appreciate you guys coming. You know, it's not a show without people in the boxes. You know what I mean? And I got two of my biggest supporters are not here right now. You know? It's okay though. It's okay. There's no money involved. When there's, hey, listen, you guys, if you want to be in my show, I got you some Iraqi dinar. Anybody? Anyway,
I found what did I find today? Speaking of money, did those pop on behind me? Oh, damn it. Okay,
nope, they look cool.
I know they'll be on. Well, here's my new charger. How cool is that? I don't know how you probably can't see it down there. It like
I see. Okay,
it's streaming through. It's kind of
that is cool.
Yeah. I was at a store and I was looking at an item that was already opened, and as I was looking at the directions, that was in the box, and I was like, "That's money." I just won $5 from Eric. Yay me!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cash App doesn't know.
There you go.
So I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I looked it up. It is a Polish zloty, SLOTY. It's a $10. Obviously, it's a $10 bill for them, which is $2.25 for us.
Wow. Yeah, Jason looked up real quick. I don't know where you found it, but he found a use for my $10,000 bill here. I mean, I don't know what I have total. It's like $30,000. So what do I have? Like $10 US or something?
Or something close to that.
Knocking over the seahorse map. Doing that.
But if it is actually the original beforehand, and in good condition, you can get about double face value. So face value, he's got 10,000 Iraqi money.
Oh wow!
Yeah, plus a couple other ones. So with face value being what I say it was, 6 something. So you're looking
Yeah.
at like $12 if it's in good condition.
Yeah, they're not in great condition. There's some that are like $1,000 bills that are in really good condition. Yeah, it's a
It
single
is
$10,000.
people that seek out merchandise from the very what is that word? I'm
Eclectic.
not sure. No, because they're saying the Desert Storm War turned into this article is saying that like people made money off of it
Mm-hmm. Oh
with
yeah.
figurines, with characters, with making
The apparel.
yeah,
Yeah.
cards, baseball
Oh.
cards, and collectibles, and all types of shit.
People are gonna
So
make
it's
money out of everything.
people like that seek out the money and stuff like that from the war. So
I need to get on the dark web and
yeah,
find somebody that wants.
There's also my dad collected money because his goal
Yeah.
was to go to like every country he possibly could and just get a 1, a 5, and a 20 from there, or whatever they
Yeah.
had similar to it.
like one of each bill. That makes sense.
Yeah, his binder was like this big, and he just had
Wow.
pages of the money slotted pages, and he
nice.
just had bills and bills and bills. Then in high school, he accused me of stealing. And I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with the euro or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
I'm in
Like,
high
you can't
school. Like,
take
what?
it to
What?
Safeway.
I got my dad's euros. Let's go.
Party time. They have to believe
All
I'm
right.
21 if I got this.
Exactly. All right. I did share this out to a bunch of marijuana groups. I don't know if they'll be interested, but a lot of them should at least be accepting it, and we'll get some people to watch it later. So we got a little bit of history for you guys. And I actually didn't know part of this. I knew some of this, but I'll try. We're not gonna read the entire thing. I don't want to bore everybody, but it is interesting. It says that it goes back to the colonial era. When they really pushed us to make hemp. It says in the 19th century, marijuana became a popular ingredient in many medicinal products. Actually, before that, where's it go? In the 17th century, this is what I didn't know. The government encouraged people to produce it for ropes and sails and clothing back in the 17th century, which is pretty cool because we all knew about its medicinal properties in the early 19th century, or at least most people do. How it says it's a popular medical product, right? They also had people that just had it in their cupboards. Cannabis, it was their pain reliever or whatever. And then this says in 1910, after the Mexican Revolution, Mexican immigrants flooded into the United States, bringing with them the recreational use of marijuana. So I don't know if that's necessarily true. That's part of the propaganda behind it, though. Let's see. Let me look at this article again.
So it's like back in the day when like arsenic would be in people's cupboards because they thought it was good for them.
It could be. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to play devil's advocate tonight, then yeah, I mean, I'm going to point out the areas where it's fantasized or it's over dramatized, and then you guys can play the part where the man is actually trying to cover up the good uses of it. So I saw this. It's Alexander Campbell King Law Liberty. So it's a university in Georgia, which is interesting. So they're coming at it with the legal angle. But again, I don't know that Mexicans were the first people to use this recreationally. That seems like far off the mark.
I feel like no, not if we had it for like 200 years before that, using it for clothes. There's no way that nobody knew.
There's proof of way before then.
Indians, or I mean,
there's
Americans.
proof of way before then. There's cave drawings. There's artifacts. There's so
yeah.
I don't know how reputable that is.
Like I would love to know like who was the first person that prodded on fire and was like, whoa.
Matt, just come on up, buddy. You can come up anonymously because I don't know if I want to read all that. All mammals have cannabinoid systems. Yeah, I knew that. Humans included. Our natural cannabinoid system seeks out abnormal cells in the human body to destroy. The endogenous.
Indigenous, yeah.
Indigenous.
There's an O there. Oh, maybe he missed it. Cannabinoid system, which is named for the plant that led to its discovery. Cannabis is one of the most important physiological systems involved. Okay. Yes. No. I think we're in agreement with everything you're talking about here. And I have some of this information that I pulled up, but you should just come up, Matt. Come on now. Just click the link. Come on up.
You don't have to be on camera, do you?
No.
No, you can turn the camera off just like this.
I explained this to him. You could be just this. Hello, everyone. I'm the indoor farmer. Welcome.
Okay,
computer on.
Yeah.
But no, I totally agree. But this is the thing, Matt. I'm trying to pull up reputable sources. Not that you're not, but I think all of us could spout out a lot of information like this, which is probably accurate. But I want to try to point out some of the misconceptions, because a lot of people, I think what we fail to realize is that every person is different. And so some people, I think, would be like CBD for certain medical situations, but there's also people that can straight up take the THC for those same medical situations. So it's interesting because I've seen people recently arguing back and forth what conditions you would rather use high CBD on compared to THC. So let's see if there's anything.
This one I just found says evidence suggests its use more than 5,000 years ago in what is now Romania. It's described extensively. So apparently in Romania is where what we call Romania now is when it was first used in 400 AD. So,
I know that they found that's one of the oldest plants that they found in civilization too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I don't want to. The history is amazing. I think it's been sort of demonized in this century.
Oh, everything has been demonized in this century if you think about it. All the drugs, they weren't a drug when we discovered them. They were there for one reason or another, a medical purpose. And unfortunately, us as humans, as a human being, we abused that use of the medication and turned it into a drug. You think about it. I know war stories from my great grandfather that they were doing cocaine when somebody would get shot. They were taking heroin when somebody would get, to cover up these war wounds, to get their brother, to get their sister off of the battlefield and have this inhuman strength. You know what I mean? So, and then it turned into us abusing that stuff that turned it into an actual drug. So
it's almost like I can compare it to almost every major organization that's ever been, whether that be public or private. As soon as it gets to a tipping point so big and powerful that it sort of becomes a vacuum where it just wants to continue getting bigger and more powerful. So like with drugs, anytime you overdose your system, you're going to have adverse effects. I mean, and that goes with anything. Oxygen. If you could somehow fit 5 pounds of spinach in your stomach, you would die. Not because it's so much spinach, but because it has a tiny bit of a chemical in it that's actually not good for you. That's off topic, but
Well, it's true. It's like with anything. It's the amount. Truly is.
Thanks, Matt. Mr. I won't come up, but you're gonna sit in the back seat. I think we're doing fine.
Yeah, bro. No.
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Usually I do want to. I want to see Matt up here one day. He's I'm gonna butcher it, but he does life coaching and motivational speaking. Maybe something similar.
I'll use that.
How do I join? All right. So there's a pinned link. It should be pinned, Matt. If it's not, I'll fix it. click that. That's okay. It doesn't have to be any video. I'm showing you guys the wrong screen here.
Yeah, you can't be a life coach and be like, I don't want to go on camera. Get off here.
It's because of
It's
because of us dirty marijuana smokers. That's what it is.
I know, we're icky.
In fact, I'm going to do a dab right here while we wait.
I know. I just grabbed my book. I'm like, yeah, we're icky.
What I'm reading, though, guys, and I don't want to bore everybody. I also, if I start trying to read too much, I'll trip over my own tongue. But no, it looks like we've had this battle back and forth even once or twice before the 70s. Legal, illegal, legal, illegal. And then in the 76, we had that just before the 80s, we had that war on drugs coming up. And that's what really kind of screwed it for.
Actually,
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but I did. It actually was legal. Okay, so in the U.S., cannabis was widely utilized as patient medicine during the 19th and early 20th centuries, described as United States pharmacopoeia for the first time in 1850. Federal restriction of cannabis use and cannabis sale first occurred in 1937 with the Marijuana Tax Act. And it was in 42 that they had legal penalties, and 51. So in that amount of years, it was legal, it was a prescription, and then it was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And I know before the 30s, it was a common item in your cupboard for medicinal use.
Right.
We called it
this
cannabis.
Back to 18. That's the first time I've seen one in the 1800s. 1850 is when they first started like using it as a pharmaceutical. That's interesting. Okay.
But I mean, the medical benefits are huge. Just with the cannabinoids, you know, the different cannabinoids. It's not just THC that is in, you know, weed. It's not. There's THC, there's CBN, there's CBC, there's THCA, there's CBD, THCV, CBG, and each one has its own properties.
Less THC. Yeah, some of the best healing flower. Some of the best healing flower has lower THCs.
Yep, it's the other factors, you know, like THCV, that has appetite suppressant, controls obesity, and helps with type 2 diabetes. You know, like, so if you're able to find some kind of plant or one of your flowers that really, you just got to break it down and it's high in THCV, you know, but not high in THC, but it's helping with your medical purposes. I mean, smoke the hell out of it. Eat it. Drink it. Figure it out. You know.
THCV.
THCV. You know, it controls obesity because it has that appetite suppressant in there. You know, so it helps control your obesity. It makes it that you don't really want to eat. You know, and it suppresses your appetite. It doesn't give you the munchies. You know, the stereotypical munchies per se.
Yeah.
You know, so, and with type 2 diabetes, it's huge in the United States now. You know, so.
Have you ever tried the synthetic marijuana?
Never.
Now, you could probably say a lot of bad things about it, but you also haven't tried it, so it would be kind of tough to. I have tried it, and I can tell you that it does not give you the munchies, which is one reason that I need the marijuana, because I don't really like to eat much if I don't. And so that was, but it also makes you feel sick a lot of times compared to.
Do you think that's a chemical imbalance in your body because there's chemicals it's sprayed or whatever with chemicals, so then it's reacting different with the chemicals in your body?
So Matthew, I sent you a private message with the link. So when you click that link, it's going to want you to use Safari or Chrome, but you can copy the link and you can put it in any browser you want. I use Brave, and you go there and it just asks you to make a name and it asks you to give permission for the mic and camera. It's not too bad.
You know, when we talk about the medical marijuana, the benefits of just the marijuana, you know, the THC and stuff like that, but you yourself, you found out the benefits just with not using butane, not using a lighter, you know.
Right. Makes a big difference.
Makes a big difference. Makes it, you know, the taste, the healthiness, the breathing, you know. So,
and well, I will say this to your point. I lost my little, what do you call those round lighters that you can put butane in that's clean? It's not a
The
torch.
Clipper.
Yes, the clippers. My dog, man, there was another little dog over here a little while ago for reasons I won't go into, and she is just all on edge right now. Okay, we have a former nurse in the house. I see the dance. You better stop dancing. I'm about to pull you up from backstage. There you are.
Okay, I'll behave.
You're so far away, Steph.
What?
Hello, Miss Hughes.
Hi, Steph.
Hi
How are
guys.
you?
Never this far away. Never.
It is really fun.
Am I far away?
You're all right.
Yeah, we can
I mean,
read
you're
the
fine.
side of whatever book that is.
There's like a book or something. Yeah. Is that?
Oh my gosh, so I have to
Goosebumps?
go,
Like I'm gonna fall.
but I wanted to say some things, at least for medical marijuana. I have my
Hear
card
it.
and everything. But I was on 14 medications prior to really like smoking more than just for fun.
Right.
Like it was to the point like, so childbirth was the worst thing that could have happened to my body ever.
Yeah.
I have chronic SI joint pain, and then my hips invert, so I can't walk. I'm literally stuck in bed. If I did not have this at all, there's no way I'd be able to walk.
Or you'd be on so many pills that,
The pills all make you like anything, because I would have to combine the anti-spastic medication with like some kind of muscle relaxer, and then have ibuprofen loaded into me, and then have Benadryl loaded into me just in case I had side effects issues and stuff. And then on top of that was, PTSD is what I have my medical card for. I can grab it. It's a huge ass paper.
We believe you.
But yeah, it's.
Do we though? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah. If only just for the medical or for the mental aspect. When you go into the PTSD and everything, it'll get you. It can get you off of so many antipsychotic medications. That that we just have on our bodies. They really do. They change the chemical makeup of our bodies, and that's not what we want to do.
I found something in here though that warns you against it with when you have any psychotic type of issues.
They're saying schizophrenia. So I just read an article. I think I brought it up on our show just this last week, because they're going to start putting warning labels like they do on cigarettes and everything else on marijuana, and one of them is schizophrenia and like mental
the personality
health issues. And we never got into it. I think someone else started talking, so we just on the shit show it can go quick. So there you go, Steph. So we never really got into it too deep, but I didn't read the rest of it on camera. But yeah, I need to look more into that.
So I did find some information on it, and again, I don't want to bore everybody, but I'll show you what I found. Let's see, from the health.state, I think it's Minnesota University. Let's see.
That's the Department of Health.
Well, I'm gonna go for now. Hopefully,
Okay.
I can be back before this ends.
That's okay. Bye, Kasia. We'll see
Have
you
a
in
great
minute.
night.
Great
Bye,
seeing
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Canna family, Canna Queenship.
Keep
There
that
you
smile on and stay strong.
That's right. So Allison did ask about this. So Allison, this is THCV, dubbed diet weed.
It doesn't cause a high though. If you're doing just THCV, it's actually a CBD. It doesn't cause a high. So
CBD and CBDN, THC, does not have the intoxicating effects.
Health, it's not going to work. Yeah, it's just going to work for that. If you're using it for that one reason, it sounds like.
Regulate your metabolism, right? Isn't that what that says?
There's many other cannabinoids, including better known. Okay, yep. CBD and CBN, THCV might not have intoxicating effects as THC, despite having those all familiar 3 letters in its name. At the top, it says it's a fast becoming one of the latest cannabinoids on the market. So it is a cannabinoid. Oh boy, Matt, bro. Matt, we need to.
Did he?
Up here, buddy. So when you click the link, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. So how many of you are familiar with the lobbying industry during the Rockefeller and DuPont period? Yeah, I mean, we were just showing how there was multiple times through our history where it was used as a gambling chip. That's what's being done now. The hemp industry was smoking the paper industry and the plastic industry. Yeah, it was. And Rockefeller, who owned the paper mills, and DuPont, who owned the rights to the plastic lobby DC. See, I don't understand this, though. I don't understand why these guys didn't just get into the hemp industry. You know what I mean? Like,
they would have saved money. Like, they could have charged the same thing for what they were already making, or for the paper they were already making, and done it cheaper.
Yeah.
But change is scary for big companies.
Yeah, but they're doing it now. They're making bricks for housing now. Okay, so we know about THCV. I don't know what the medicinal effects. Okay, it's linked to a few potential effects. Here's a look at the research that stands. Reduced appetite. Okay. So it doesn't make you eat so much. Might be a good thing for some people. Most people associate cannabis with increased appetite. THCV might have the opposite effect. Interesting. That's interesting.
That's why it's the diet weed.
Right, and it says it's mostly been done with animals, so they don't know per se, according to this doctor here.
Oh wow!
We're all considered animals, though. I learned that in working for the cannabis community legally for 5+ years. It's a way that we can get away with wording to say it was tested on animals, and human beings are considered animals also.
Yep. We're mammals.
It's
now it's time for me to tell you about human beings and animals. You should know.
I know. Why do we always end up here, you guys?
I'm in the house.
What's up?
I'm a little late tonight.
Yeah, is it Ima or Ama? Because
I'm a burn one.
Ama burn. Ama burn.
And I was getting ready to walk out the door.
Well, I don't know, Matt.
Infrastructure to go to hemp versus Canada.
All new equipment. I don't know, because they're working with huge trees now. I don't know.
I think it's still farming, and I think you could do it small amounts at a time, like a few acres at a time. But maybe they didn't think about that back then.
Oh, the where they're okay, got it.
I think that's what he meant for back in the Rockefeller days. But I was meaning to say it was the worst thing that I could have happen. But I did, and all I can do is cope. Would I rather have one medication that doesn't have any bad side effects most of the time, and on a strain of course, in each individual?
Exactly.
Would I rather be on the 14 medications, half of side effects, and the original set of prescriptions? Yeah, no. I mean, I was the VA prescribed me Xanax, and it was something. It was a VA equivalent of Xanax. But yeah, everybody in my unit was like, "Oh, you're like a zombie. I don't like you like this."
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Woo! I tagged you earlier, by the way. If you ever see Georgia, am I on? I think I'm on here as Georgia. I'm not sure. If you ever see Georgia or Melanie tag you, that's me. I go by both. So.
Matt, I agree. It would have been a lot, but what you could have done is you could have hired people, because there were more people to do like physical labor back then. You could have hired a few people to just hand grow some of it to get used to it, understand it, and start doing product development. like any company's gonna, if they see a new material, they should be experimenting with it. They should be seeing if they can use it, or I mean, I don't know.
Right.
That's new
Legality
thinking,
comes into-
right?
For me, and I want to think the legality would come into it. Like they can't exactly start growing
Oh,
to make
yeah.
paper if it's illegal. So, and they can't get a medical card to grow the paper. You know, so I'm sure they have their own hoops to jump through.
Yeah. It's interesting. I would like to read up more about the history, but that's just because I like history in general. Let's see, important information. See, this is where I'm going to play devil's advocate, because if I could eat it or have an inhaler for it, would be much better for me in my lungs. Like I developed allergies, and I thought I was allergic to marijuana, guys. I thought it was the one thing that I love in this world, but it was actually the other thing I love in this world, and that's pets, cats and dogs.
Well, there are some things just within the plant itself that I've seen people have allergies to, and the simple solve it to that is extraction.
Yeah, but even doing dabs over time, my lungs, you can tell, I feel that they're gummed up a little bit.
Say dabs.
Right.
Said extraction.
Okay. Well, edibles, I think, is what I.
Well, some people I'm saying I've actually met people personally that had allergies to something within the plant itself that had nothing to do with the stuff we look for in, health benefits and so forth.
There's pollens in the plant, and some are worse than others, and that's really what mostly people call it. Like,
can you imagine being like allergic to weed? Fuck, allergic to.
The pollen would
Cannabis?
Be what people are. Yeah. Some are. And I looked it up. It's a real thing. So I was worried about it until I went and got stuck 52 times. They stick you and find out what you're allergic to all over my back. That's what I was wondering. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to take her out for put her on the chain. Give me one moment. So we're going to look at risks of lung damage here in a second. Oh, well, it'll give you guys some time to read up on Matt's bibliography here.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I wouldn't be able to survive. Between my migraines, the steel plate, screws, pins, hinges in my arms, my sleep patterns, my eating patterns. It's plain and simple. I go through between the edibles, the dabs, and the flower. I smoke about 28 grams a day, or I consume about 28 grams of cannabis a day. Ounce flower a day.
So, but to my point though, if you were doing things maybe because you didn't have so much money, you started smoking resin and doing things that are less healthy, then maybe that actually causes headaches, and that can cause adverse effects, right? You've never gotten a headache from smoking weed? I have.
Yes.
Man, I've
got a headache from smoking bad weed, smoking mold. I've got a headache from smoking weed that's not flushed properly.
Mold is not in me, yeah.
Sorry, Matt. Come on, Matt. If I can figure out how to click the link, then I know you can do it, buddy. I know you can do it.
I can figure it right. Like if Melanie got on, bro.
Well, I didn't want to point at any of you guys. I thought I would just point at myself. Like,
go ahead. Like
if these guys.
I am not technologically fucking smart.
I couldn't figure out why my screen wouldn't turn sideways. I'll be honest.
Okay. Ima forgets to turn his screen sideways, and I don't want to ask Steph to because she might have her phone sitting just right.
Don't drop.
I don't want you to.
I know. I felt so bad because Kasia was trying to tell a story, and I'm over here making all these noises, and I'm like, "Get me out of here!" I'm sorry.
That's all right. Usually she's with us all day, so I appreciate it. She can, if she might come back and finish up too, if she has anything more to say. But
I love Kasia.
Definitely have to.
She's great.
Say that's probably one of the saddest things. Sorry, Waylon.
It's all right. Matt's just talking about what gives him headaches, and that can be. And Jason can maybe speak more to this, but I know people on the street will sell you like molded cannabis and like stuff that has chemicals on it that they're trying to use to make it seem like it smells better or tastes or get you high. It gets you high from the chemical, not from the cannabis. Proper flush, yeah, that's true too.
Well, that's actually used to be an even more common thing, was things in the weed like mold and stuff like that. Dumbass stoners would even think, because it actually gives you effects when you smoke that shit, like the fogginess in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things like that. And I started understanding the term a clean high, which is where that originated from. You were just smoking healthy weed, you know what I mean? Not bad weed.
Yep.
You guys, I know it's not a good thing, you guys. What you think I should take a bar of soap and a pillowcase to the dog? I don't know. Would it hurt her that bad? No. Okay, I won't do it.
Okay, which dog are we talking about? One of them I literally
right now.
Is that the one we're talking about?
Not my old man, but you guys, my old man, he went from dying to like trying to have his way with the husky. So then
like that night.
Yeah. And then
I can reach you.
But now he goes up to her and he just whines like
He's just like, let me do it. Come on. Oh, so it's like a real marriage. Wow. He was like hopping on her every day, and then he's like, maybe can I?
It's gonna have to be her decision, but if it is though, guys, usually it's the Pomeranian is the female in that situation, Pomeranian Husky combination. But if this works out, think of how many puppies she could have without having an issue. It's like, what? I had puppies? Like 12 of them pop out.
They just feel right. They'd be smaller than her. Yeah.
I'm getting a phone call, guys. I'll be right back. All right.
Okay, no problem. But to what Allison's saying, though, Allison, I did hear about it a little bit from my VA rep. He said just wait until they start prescribing it from the VA, so that not only says they're going to approve it, but they might start sending it to me for free.
Okay, then.
I mean, it would be just as similar, you would be a patient. You know what I'm saying? Which is how it should be.
Yeah. 110%.
Well, Charlene, I can bring us back up. I hadn't read anything yet, but I was going to read about the lung damage from vaping. I know that was a thing.
Waylon.
Yeah.
How much meds did they give for? Was it a week or just
1 week? I got about 2 or 3 days left.
3 days left.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm close to being able to get him some more. Yeah, it's like rocket fuel for him. But I know one day he's going to die even with that medicine. So, but we don't.
Was it more expensive what they gave you from there rather than getting you would get like a month?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is an emergency 24-hour animal hospital. You know that's going to be. They're going to. Oh yeah. Yes. Let's see what. They're not prescribing it at the moment. Yeah, not quite yet. But you said they did approve it. I'm not sure what you mean by approve it though. Like if they find out it's in my system, they're okay with that, or.
I'm assuming just because they approved it to be able to do it doesn't mean they actually put the shit in effect to start. You know what I'm saying?
Like she's saying, though, if they find it in my system, especially in an illegal state, which I don't think counts for here. But yeah, so that makes sense. That means if I move to another state that's illegal, then maybe I'm okay still. You know, so Allison's going to come up and talk about it. Hello, Miss Bacon.
You did it?
Trista, feel free to come up and talk about medicinal marijuana.
Hi, Allison.
Am I up there now? How do I? Oh, yeah, I am on. Okay, hey. Well, and it's easier for me to.
Sure. No, I appreciate it. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the import, bro. We'll have to get together offline and
later, Matt.
Get you on to the StreamYard. We can do it without going live or whatever and figure it out.
If you just click that little thingy, it's really easy.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, what it's saying is
You know how used to, if you admitted that you smoked marijuana or you had marijuana in your systems, you didn't get any VA benefits. They said, bye, see you. We're not going to take care of you anymore, right?
They never did that to me.
Well, they did that a lot. Well, they were allowed to. You had a decent doctor. They've always been allowed to deny you treatment.
I think they will.
If you have marijuana in your
turn your phone sideways if you can. Can you?
Okay, guys, I'm real quick. I'm out.
I was trying to bring you back in because I was going to say, Waylon,
thank you for having me.
Probably not going to stay very long. Did you have questions for her? Being that she was a nurse.
Yeah, I wanted to pick.
Where are you going?
You have to go. Why do you have to go? Don't go.
Okay, I don't have to go.
You don't need to go anywhere.
What I was reading here, Mike works at the VA and works for the VA, and he's had soldiers, and he's had his employees that were, and former employees that were denied treatment because they had marijuana in their system. If you have marijuana in your system, they stop giving you your antipsychotics and your pain medication because they say, well, you're getting the shit on the outside. So they start denying a lot of that stuff. But what they're saying now is the veteran participation in state marijuana programs no longer affects the eligibility for VA care and services, and VA providers can and do discuss marijuana use with veterans as part of comprehensive care planning and adjust treatment plans as necessary. So they're now acknowledging that we have veterans that are using marijuana medicinally, not just recreationally, and they're helping coordinate it into their mental health care plan, i.e., okay, if you're taking marijuana, maybe we can take you off your Ativan. If this is helping you sleep at night and slowing your brain down, we'll remove Ativan, because that's what marijuana did for me. I couldn't sleep at night because my brain never stopped. So I smoke and I sleep.
So a big problem, I think, is people are afraid to be cut off their meds. That's what it is. They're afraid to be cut off their meds because they tell their doctor they're trying marijuana.
You know, a lot of the vets that I know that were complaining, they're like, well, you know, as soon as I tell my doctor that I smoke pot, they go, well, we're not giving you this anymore. You're not listening to us.
One of the things that opened the door for that.
But you really can't take somebody off Paxil cold turkey. Have you ever come off
Allison.
Cold turkey?
Nope.
It's awful. You got brain zaps. You got hallucinations.
All right.
One of the first things that opened the door for that is when they passed the decriminalization for marijuana, because within that same law they passed, it also states all that stuff about how you can't be labeled as an addict to a drug or a drug addict and all those things from the use of it. You could be used for medical and all that shit's in the door. That's probably one of the first things that opened the door for that, because they applied it to the veterans as well.
Well, my husband works at the VA, and I actually saw the official letter, but I think this went into effect right about a year ago, maybe a little over a year. But if you can go to the VA website, Waylon, I don't know where my camera is, and pull that information up.
Yeah, I have a MyHealth or myhealthyvet.org.
Well, no, this is on the public health website for the VA that anybody can access. But it's a whole page that may be something you might want to get out there that veterans can see what they're doing for you now. I mean, there's a whole page of it. I would be reading forever. About 25 bullet points of what they will and will not do if you're using marijuana.
So, Stephanie,
I'm curious what's still in
here.
there
Now, I want to get the nurse perspective. Can you hear me now, Stephanie? I don't think she can.
Hey, lady. Hi. No.
Can you hear us?
No, I can't. I can't hear you guys.
We can hear you.
You guys in the chat can hear us, right? Yeah.
When you set it up, it asks you to speak to see if your microphone works. Did you try that?
Her microphone works.
Yeah, when you go into
Well,
stream,
she can't hear
when
you,
you set it up to come
Allison.
on this thing, it says speak, and your microphone shows whether it's working or
The
not.
only one I can hear is Allison.
Oh, wow.
Shit. So I can say whatever the fuck I want.
You sure can, buddy. Go right ahead.
But she speaks very loud, so it's easy.
Because she's deaf.
Because she's deaf. I love you, Allison.
No, I
Here,
am.
let me switch phones.
No, I would be considered almost legally deaf.
Wow. Getting a call from the CDC National Immunity.
There's a lot of, this is another thing, I guess. There's a lot of resources on this. Like you could Google search, let me learn about cannabis, and then it'll be like, 3,000 pages. It's, I'm not disagreeing with you, Allison. I know the VA has their own outlook on it, but I did hear that from my guy. He's like, wait until they start prescribing it. I'm like, okay, that's going to be insane.
Well,
Federal.
what I was going to do is just, I can't pin anything right now during a live, but I'll pin you this link.
You can.
And you can look
back
at
out.
it.
People figured out that I guess you can back out and still share this and like it, and then your screen goes black for a second, and then you come back in. So far, it seemed to work okay.
I can't cut and paste.
Oh, because you're on a tablet.
My tablet is like a Kindle.
Oh no! Okay.
It's too slow to get on.
You should be able to. Sometimes you can click and hold a link, and it'll let you copy it. No.
No, I can copy
What do you got
it,
on the back of that?
but it will not let you paste on a live. iPhones will not let you paste anything on a live.
I didn't know that. I never tried it.
Allison,
What's
what
up?
do you got on the back of that tablet?
It's a tree.
My case.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's cool.
Cheers, y'all.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cheers. Yeah. I definitely. I'm conflicted with marijuana because I wish I didn't have to. I wish I didn't enjoy the smoking of it because it seems to hit me harder. It seems to hit. Everything seems to be better about it. But when I eat it, it's like you're like waiting and you're waiting. You're hoping that it works. You're hoping something happens. It's just not consistent for me compared to just smoking it, which is actually worse for me.
I think a lot of that has to do with not just about how everyone metabolism reacts different to it all in their liver, because that's really what's doing its thing after it hits your stomach.
And
What I mean,
how
it's your
it's
liver.
made. Is it
But,
butter
with
that
you,
was made
Waylon-
from
Hold on.
weed, or
Sorry,
can-
go
is
ahead.
it- I was just saying, and how it's made. Is it butter made from weed, or is it distillate? If it's distillate and it's gummies, you may not feel anything if you don't eat fat. And a lot of people don't understand that. They'll just eat gummies and go, "Fuck this." It has nothing
But-
to grab onto if you don't eat a spoonful of peanut butter, something with some fat in it. Hi, Ryan. For it to absorb
Your
you.
brain,
that's
Ryan,
why
so that's-
your chocolates kick in
Feel
like
free.
this, but your gummies could be an hour. And a lot of times it's because you go, "Oh, I'm going to have dinner." And that's when it kicks in because you gave it something to absorb to.
Yeah.
That's another
Peanut
thing
butter.
with you, Waylon, too. You're getting so many different kinds, and it's being made so many different ways. Not only is it affecting you different, but it's also affecting your tolerance every time you do it. The difference
Yeah.
between doing RS oil one night and then eating a Rice Krispie treat the next night, that Rice Krispie treat ain't gonna do shit for you, my
Nothing.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Your body still has that RSL from the night
And
before,
if-
and it's like, fuck this.
What if I
And
do
if
walk
you
the
don't
path?
know your doses right and how your body reacts to it from the start, which you need to figure out in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You're going to fuck it up even more.
Well, that's what
you
I
know
was
what I mean?
hoping, guys. I should have said it earlier, but I really was hoping. I talked to a nurse at my local dispensary where I got my medical card. She sounded so excited about it, and then said she was going to go and look at the show, which is my fault because the show is just on my profile. So she's going to have to scroll down and look for the show. But I also said it's on YouTube, so she could look it up. Or, I also explained to her that I also do lives, random lives where we're just smoking and talking. And so she knows everything that I have on there, but I don't know. Something must have spooked her, or she's too busy, or what. But she didn't call me back, didn't respond. Sad me. So the point is, next time. Oh, but real quick, Steph, I can't add you. You'll have to click that. But also, Ryan, if anybody who wants to come up and talk about it, I'm sure everybody has an angle with the medicinal effects. Go ahead, Melanie.
Maybe if you let her know that she doesn't have to be on camera. Maybe that's
I told her all of that. I explained everything to her. Yes, I showed her how you can just be an avatar. You won't get a notification sent out to your friends. Nobody will. It'll be anonymous. It'll be a name that you make up. Everything. She said she didn't seem to mind that.
I want to hit on something that Prima said over here. He said you have to know your dosage. Melanie and I are prime examples of dosage. 35 milligrams to 50 milligrams. That's me. That's it. That's all. No more, or I'm asleep, or I'm drooling. Melanie, on the other hand,
on that too, milligrams? the 30 to 50 you guys had. What did you guys have it as? Was it gummies or edible?
No, these are very well made edibles.
They were edibles.
So, okay. That same one though, I'm a 350 minimum no matter what it is. So
like
that's
me,
what you're saying.
And I'm not trying to just measure.
Don't give me a 30 milligram. And people are like, no, it'll work. And I'm like, no, it won't. And that's not on me.
Yeah,
on
for
someone
me,
else, I'm sure it's gonna make them feel great. For me, it's not, because I know what mine is.
I wanted to ask Waylon too, but see, for me, right? Like, I'm not trying to measure things here or nothing, but I need even more than that in an edible. But if I do something else, like a drink, I only need like 100. You know, if I eat an edible, I need like 600. But then it also matters too what kind of edible I'm eating. Was it made with butter? Or was it made with coconut oil? Or was it made with, you know what I mean? All that shit, it all affects me different. And even the highs are different. They'll even tell you that. Like, I don't know the science behind it, but the difference between drinking a drink and eating an edible are huge.
Peanut butter is a good one to make stuff with, because it really binds. The high from the peanut butter fudge was completely different than it is from the chocolate bears.
But I really do know this. Certain things you make is way better to make simply because the science behind it, it bonds to it better. You know what I mean? That's why coconut oil is so much better, because it's more resistant to heat. You can cook it longer. You know what I mean? It tolerates higher heats and shit like that.
Now, that's interesting because
you get the damn switch too, Mel?
I love this mute button. I fucking love the mute button.
I appreciate it as well, everyone. So Jeff, we're so in a heated debate here. So
what's up, man?
How are you?
How's it going?
Going. Hey, if you like to turn your phone sideways, we can see you better.
Okay.
You don't have to, but
that's not gonna work. I'll be upside down.
Do you have an iPhone?
I'll be upside down if I do.
That happened before.
Do you have an iPhone?
Hey, man,
no, I got an Android.
Swipe down.
Swipe down. Melanie's got one.
And you'll see, swipe down to your settings, and you'll see screen rotation or rotate screen, and turn that on.
Yeah.
It'll be like auto rotate or something. Hey, Trent.
Trent, what's up?
We were just discussing know your dosage.
Oh no, I know. I don't just. That's what came out. Heated debate is what I said, but I like debate. Yeah. But it's also it's an.
Okay. A for effort, bro.
Right, yeah. I'm trying to cook at the same time too. I'm trying to cook at the same time.
For you, Jeff.
I'm trying to cook at the same time. I'm multitasking.
Sorry.
I will be right back.
So
I couldn't resist.
So what you're saying though, is that there's different effects, because what happens at different heats and different also different strains, you end up with different cannabinoids as the most powerful.
Well, like, check it out, right? So you shouldn't even make gummies with butter. You can't, because you'll burn the butter. You know what I mean? You got to make it with coconut oil.
We have a YouTube chat.
Or other oils.
Thanks, Art. Acrylically thinking toker. Anyway, go ahead, Ima. That's our first YouTube chat. Go ahead for tonight.
But most people wouldn't even recommend. Most people that make edibles wouldn't even recommend using butter anyways. You know what I mean? They'd recommend oil and shit like that.
So what's the butter? Is it just easier to make? You can make it with more material.
Well, butter. If you're new to making edibles, I would recommend to start with butter, because butter is the easiest to make, and most of the stuff that you make with butter, you don't really have to be an excellent chef to fucking make it. Because I mean, Rice Krispie treats, you just melt the butter and the marshmallows and you throw the cereal in, it's done. You know what I mean? But other shit's harder to make typically anyways. But the oils are more concentrated, they're more potent. Right. And the health benefits from them are way more, it activates more potential out of the plant that you're pulling out of the plant, the cannabinoids, all that stuff that treats pain, all that shit. So the concentrates are way better for that. They're way, not that you can't get, pain relief from butter and things like that, because you can, and it does work great. But from my experience and the people I know, I'm just saying, that have severe pain, it's the oils, the more concentrated stuff that really helps them,
Well, and then there's different types of medical. A lot of us are treating unseen injuries per se, but there are these topical creams, and there's all sorts of cool things on the external.
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about that stuff too.
Are you thinking about making those?
Oh, I can make them. Oh, I do already. I'm not really that great with topicals simply because if you guys can actually Google this stuff and pull it up, and they'll show you real easy charts to look at. Even with the edibles, right? It'll tell you, even with THC, the THCA, the different kinds of cannabinoids and things like that, the terp, all that stuff, it'll tell you what it can and can't do for you. You know what I mean?
So this is that Minnesota Department of Health, which I'm sure you could find another site that has something similar. But I like how they spread out the contents, like brain development, pregnancy, and breastfeeding, which I'm going to go ahead and guess that's personal. My personal opinion is probably to stay away from it while you're breastfeeding, but let's find out.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm not going to talk about the debatable stuff.
Well, I'm guessing what they're saying, but
what do they say? I can't read it.
And I'll always say
the breast milk.
Personal experience.
I don't think it has nothing to do with coming out of your breast. I don't know.
I hear you, Anna. I hear you.
And I'm not advising either.
Right.
I feel like that
I want to make that very clear.
Male and female. There's
limited evidence. Here it is.
I'm just saying, I don't think it
suggests that cannabis use is associated with greater odds of stillborn. So that's actually a misconception that people say you might have a greater risk of a stillborn birth.
Right, and I'm looking above that. Hang on. Evidence suggests cannabis use during pregnancy may be linked to adverse pregnancy outcomes, preterm, low weight, growth, birth defects.
Yeah, anything maybe. Anything maybe.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? You could actually get microdosing from breast milk.
Microdosing?
You can microdose your baby from breastfeeding if you're taking CBD stuff and all that.
That's Trent. I'm like, who said that?
Some studies report links between cannabis exposure.
Is that just what's being read?
And decreased fetal weight in late pregnancy and decreased birth length and weight.
You can read a lot of stuff, but is it true?
That's why I'm telling you where I found this information. So
Right, yeah.
Well, I know the majority of the
Where's their
things
proof to
that
back it? Where's
A
their
lot
studies?
of
I know the
OBs are actually saying it's
Right. I'm
okay.
just saying they're gonna say all this stuff to put weed down because they don't want it legalized.
this is actually just giving you all of the different back and forth.
A lot of people that don't want it legalized.
Where's the
Who is that?
study?
You want to mute yourself there?
I'll be right back.
Oh, is
guys.
that Steph? It's okay.
Right, yeah. Where's the studies?
Where's
Sorry.
the study?
Where's
Well,
the facts? Where's the studies? That's
let's
what I
see.
want to know.
I could
I
probably
want to see the
click
study.
on.
I don't want to just read their words because they could say anything they want. I want to see the study. Let me read it.
Right.
see, this is a lot of the stuff that I can't talk about, but I would love to talk about with you in person.
You can't learn a lot by reading, but you can also learn a lot of lies by reading too.
But a
Yeah,
lot of the things that affect your brain and the psychoactive effects of
see that come out
marijuana
of people's mouth. I want to know facts.
Let's be
is from THC.
gentlemen here. Let's. Hey, Kat, what's up? So look at this. Like to his point, 29,100.
I gotta go.
So it's like, where do you what information can you trust and where? It's definitely a drug. My opinion is marijuana is a drug, just like
Marijuana is
Yeah,
like,
choker.
just like
It's an herb.
caffeine,
It is not
just
a
like
drug.
chocolate. Huh?
It is a plant. It is not a
Yeah.
drug.
Where do you think? Okay, I meant to bring this up. I meant to bring up like poppy seeds, poppy leaves, coca leaves.
Poppy seed is a type of opiate, but yes, I get
and
that.
we could sit there and I could show you every plant that all of the quote drugs originally come from, and those are still drugs. I mean, in my opinion, it's a drug.
Cocoa plants.
Plant.
Or
But
smoking
it
a
become
plant
no,
and
no,
it's deriving the heat out
Waylon.
of it and turning it into a drug.
No, heroin is just a poppy until we bastardize it with chemicals.
Okay,
It's just a flower.
altered it. So
We altered it.
Yeah.
Marijuana's not altered it. Altered when you're smoking right here. That's not altered.
Guys.
Chicken and make it think it's still
I
dark.
just fucking Christ, I better get to this fucking thing before I lose it.
Turn it down.
Is that me?
No, it's Trent. That's Trent. This wasn't you this time, Ima. That was intense that last time. I don't know what
I was
happened.
like, where's that coming from?
Oh, my name got called on this and I fucking missed it, I think.
Man, I want to show y'all
if you don't think
but the lights don't come on until 10.
if you don't think sugar is a drug, then I mean,
Big ass buds like.
I think sugar.
Can you change my name to that tonight?
It's in everything.
I feel like
Intense.
anything that that alters your chemical state is a drug. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just
I
high.
feel weird.
No. I mean, no. Again, heroin is just a flower until we change it into something else. Cocaine is just a plant until we changed it into something else. This right here,
Well, if you get them in a
that
capsule,
has
it's a-
not been
it's a
changed. That is grown and it's picked and it's smoked. That is not a drug. That's a
when you
fucking
smoke
plant.
it's changing its chemical makeup. When you smoke
But
it,
did I add chemicals to it? Did I add chemicals to it? Did I put it in a process? No, I did not. I smoked it. We
by
smoked
smoking
tobacco. We smoked tobacco.
and that's how we inhale
We
it.
smoke tobacco.
That's how we get the drug into our
Can
system.
we just say
It's not a drug. It's a flower that we lit on fire.
Hell yeah. We light it on flour and it turns into a vapor, which is a drug.
I'm not,
We can debate this all day long.
Can we just say there's a positive, safe
you can get high from cocaine by chewing on the leaves.
Yes.
You can get
Can we
high
just
from
say
chewing on the leaves.
there's
Melanie
a
wants to
positive,
talk.
safe way to modify something, and there's
Go
a
ahead.
wrong way to modify something?
Yes,
Can we
you're
just
right.
say
Go ahead,
that?
Mel. I agree.
I don't know who's in the comments. I just saw Janice pop up, but something's
Just
covering my
modify
comment.
whatever the hell you want to modify. You just
Jeff,
modify
bro,
whatever you want to do.
Bro. Come on, bro. Be a gentleman. Go ahead, Melanie.
The SSS will still be happening. We're just on. I'm on here, and Jason's doing something right now, so it'll just be in a bit.
We'll probably hang
I'll
out
put a
until
post
Jason
in
gets
the
back,
email.
and then maybe wrap it up. What do you think?
I'm not sure if he has to do something. I don't know if he'll.
Oh, he might not be on.
He said it was going to be late tonight, Jenny. He said at least 30 minutes, maybe longer. He said that this morning.
Charlene, you're right, and I agree with that. I'm playing semantics here. I'm playing semantics because there are over 450 different chemicals in marijuana.
Naturally. We didn't add the chemicals to the plant.
We did. I mean, so drugs are only when we've altered them.
We bastardize them. When we start fucking with something that's pure, it's a drug.
H2O. Purified.
So his son's
when you
hard
start
down, so I'm not sure
when you start trying
to my weed, not at all. Just pure.
Actually,
water,
Mr.
Sound like you're in a fishbowl,
Site,
Jeff.
Mr. Green's Novelties. I just won their fucking in it to win it thing. So I'm like, fuck it.
Sounds good.
Who is that guy?
He's a YouTube one that came on.
Mr. Greens, yeah, I did see that. I didn't enter it though.
First time watching it too, so I'm like, fuck. All right.
Strongly
Who are you disagreeing with? I'm sorry, I meant the comments are quick.
Like everybody. Feeling of relaxation, euphoria, bliss. I mean, it's a mood altering.
Well, I can cut and paste too, Toker. But if you use your head, until we change the chemical makeup of what it is originally as, it's just a plant. It's just a flower. I mean, they suck on. You can make cocaine tea if you pick the coca leaves and you put it in your tea and you drink that for altitude sickness. They've been doing it for years. Oh, we found out it makes you feel good. Hey, fuck yeah, let's add some chemicals to it to make you sicker and make you addicted to it even more.
So
it was pure in its purest form and used for medicinal purposes.
Yes, but when we go to
you might disagree, but I have friends in Peru that use it in Lima just so they can stand the altitude.
He's probably
there's an arrow. I think
he's trying to. He's disagreeing about other things. Like you got to realize there's like a good 30-second delay or something between.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So he's disagreeing about the drug.
Right, huh?
No, I agree, guys. But once you synthesize it into like concentrates, is it then a drug? Can we call that a drug? Like a cartridge or a?
Where's my fucking kit? There we go. There's my medicine.
I mean,
nice.
I don't know why it matters.
It doesn't, but it's something,
I think what matters is what your intent for it is for, and why,
how you use
and
it,
what you do with
how
it.
you handle it. Yeah. So this is why I bring it up, guys, because a lot of people talk about it like it's a miracle that everyone should be partaking in. And I do not have that opinion.
Right.
My opinion is it has its downsides, and if it's a benefit to you in overall net positive, that's my case. Go ahead, Allison. Go ahead.
I have 4 sons. I have 2 that partake regularly. One that had to quit because he could not handle being high. It literally put on a switch into his brain that made him 100 times worse.
Sometimes the paranoia out of it.
Yeah. Well, his OCD just went into overdrive. And it didn't matter if it was indica or sativa. So he doesn't smoke. And my youngest, he can take it or leave it. But my other 2, they use it for medicinal purposes. So it's not for everybody.
My son has autism. He's 19 and a half. And I just about a year ago had given him some CBD because he was freaking out. He was having a moment. We'll call it a moment. And it was amazing. It was just a CBD gummy. I think it was 15 or 20 milligrams. And within a half an hour, like his eyes looked like he was ready for a nap. And he just looked so relaxed. And he was just like, thank you so much. And so we started talking about it because up until So my son didn't know I smoked marijuana. I was always just taking a break outside. And the reason was because of the autism. Up until just maybe 4 years ago, he thought people who smoked weed should be in prison with murderers, you know, because of at school. It's the say no to drugs, and it's very literal to him. I finally had to start explaining to him, you know, I said, well, when I was down to 101 pounds, when I was sick, you know, do you know what my pain medicine was? Do you know how I was able to eat and get back? And I explained everything to him, and he was intrigued, and it changed his mind. I also explained to him that we could, you know, possibly get him off his atypical antipsychotic, you know, in time. He's not ready to try it. He doesn't want to try THC, and that's fine. But in due time, we do that.
I want to address something Toker said. I'm older than you think, apparently, Toker. My children are 23, 26, 27, and 33. They're not teenagers. They're grown men. They're not kids. Just wanted to let you know, they're all of legal age.
Yeah, I know a few people that are like that.
I think it's still a mood.
I would love to see that work for him, Melanie.
I know a guy who does shrooms only. He can't do weed because he fucking freaks out.
Yeah, that was my son. He just started freaking out one night.
And he does it responsibly, like every 3 months, like thing, because it releases your dopamines, and you're like not in depression anymore for like a while. Like if you do it
There's
right.
a lot of studies on microdose.
Yeah, I've been suggesting that to somebody. The microdosing.
I think everybody takes offense to the word drug, and I mean, honestly, you know, there's a lot of things that we use that aren't just medicine. Like when we say medicinal marijuana, I'm not going to say medicinal. Like
he erased your. I didn't see your message quick enough. I have no idea what your point was.
Hey guys, Waylon's talking.
I could pull it back
well,
up.
Toker said I didn't address his point, and I didn't see his point because it went by too fast.
Okay, but you still didn't address my. I think it's his point from earlier that it's considered a drug by definition.
Music can be a
Toker,
drug.
you're welcome to come up, and you can be. It can. Well, actually, I don't have a link on the YouTube side. Okay, he's getting excited in here. Marijuana is for everyone. I don't know if it's for everyone.
I want to say that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's for everyone either.
Not for everyone.
Yeah.
There's some people that can't control any type of thing that's in front of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And
hi, Seth.
Well, I mean, it's kind of semantics at this point. Whatever you consider it, it's something that I don't think everyone should have.
Who told their son not to use it?
My mom.
It's a natural right. I mean,
I've never told my child not to use it. They chose not to use it, is what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay. I think he misunderstood what you said then this whole time.
One decided it's not for him, and the other one can take it or leave it.
More weed for you.
Exactly. That's what I said. I got when he decided to quit, I got a 1/4 ounce. And he's tried it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've
bubble gum.
I think maybe smoke. I think that.
Nice.
Okay, buddy. We got I'ma Burn, everybody. He's the international man of mystery. He's guys, if you were here last time and you won, we had a little giveaway.
Yeah, did I win?
Go ahead, Ima.
Yeah, so one gift someone's throwing in and regifting, well, they never even got it. I guess they just don't want it. So we're going to give it to somebody else, and I'm letting Waylon decide how to do that. I'll see you later, man.
Good to see you, Ima.
Did you say you needed to stay in Illinois still? Okay, well, I'll have to ask him about it because his original stipulation.
Hi.
Welcome back. Yeah, his original thing was it had to be somebody in Illinois, so we'll have to figure that out later.
Yeah. I'm in Illinois.
Now, I think it should just be taken off Schedule 1, to be honest. That would a lot of things, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, you can find NCBI. What is that? Jeez. The therapeutic effects of cannabis and cannabinoids.
I like NCBI. They're very informative. I like that website. That was what I was reading from earlier.
What are you talking about?
Well,
The
like
website.
part of the thing we were discussing, Trent, I don't know if you were on, but there's so many different results. There's so many places to look at this information. Like, where are you going to go to find trusted information? And one of the reasons we have the show is that we're bringing together shared experience, or not shared, but experience from people directly. Like saying, okay, here's the data, but what did we see in our actual life on it? You know, this is how this whole time, and that's the whole point. Like, we could talk about all kinds of topics that none of us actually know about and read stuff all day, but we're trying to talk about things that we've had direct conversations about and direct experience with. But yeah, so he thinks that we should add a whole amendment that it's a natural right. I mean, I guess you could say that the plants around you are natural rights. I mean, why do you not see people growing tobacco in their backyard?
Because the government wants the money from it. They want their cut of the pie.
So imagine like a whole
They
like
got raided, I think, didn't they? That was a whole thing a while
How
back.
come you don't
wasn't it?
see underground like coca leaf or coca plants being grown in people's basements?
You
and
do,
stuff?
but it's illegal, so they're not showing it.
Well, maybe, I guess so.
They ain't gonna show
Or that plant that makes
never once heard
opium.
that.
Poppy.
Poppies, flowers. Yep. And Allison said we had to alter that to.
You could get fucked off a nutmeg too, but it'd be stupid.
Orange peelings. I've heard there's a way to like the orange peel. There's a psychoactive ingredient to it. It's interesting. Should be the 420th Amendment. Interesting.
You'd be amazed with
Very
what
critical.
like vegetables out there, like superfoods, like fruits and foods out there that are so good for you.
So I don't want to go through and like read too much of these guys. Like we talked about, you may not trust my source, you may not trust what it says. I may not trust what it says, but there's a lot to think about when you, instead of just all in one camp or the other, it's all bad or it's all good. I think personally, I would prefer not to inhale it because I think that's still causing me lung. I need to do more cardio to combat that. I think I could probably help myself out with a little bit more cardio, but I don't know about you guys, but I have inhalers and stuff, and I feel bad because I still smoke. It's like, am I being counterintuitive there? Probably, you know.
Not necessarily. The doctor that prescribed me my medical card was talking about like the sour strains and how particularly they were made to help.
I was reading Jenny.
Well, that was one
Sorry,
of the
not
things,
you, Jenny.
that was what I wanted to do, is have my consultation on live on the show where the nurse was going to go through like what would be best for me, what strain and whatnot. Speaking of nurses, we have a nurse. We have a nurse that hasn't spoken up yet. Can you hear us now?
Hello, nurse.
You are muted, but you can hear. Can you hear us? You're muted. Let me unmute you. I don't know why you're muted.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. No problems. Let me get a little bit of history about your nurse career. How long were you a nurse? Go ahead.
I never was a nurse.
You were bullshitting me? You're bullshitting.
Yeah.
You're bullshitting.
She's really good at that. She'll sit around for an hour and a half just to wait to tell it.
I told you I was a nurse. I just wasn't registered.
Yeah, she said she wasn't registered, or it was a joke. Oh, you mean from yesterday? Oh, I knew that was a joke, bro.
I'm considered a caretaker too. It's on some
Sat here
level.
this whole fucking time.
I'm a nice
I worked as a caregiver. I worked in the hospital as a caregiver, and then I took care of my father-in-law.
I'm a nice man, and you do this type of thing to me. You know? I called you the other day to make sure you were all right. You know, I really thought I was going to get a nurse's perspective. Cheers, everybody.
I was a nurse's assistant. I was a
I
nursing
feel
assistant.
bad.
My
Damn,
best
I
friend
feel
is a
bad now.
nurse practitioner.
Cat, I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Allison, we got bearded buds.
Oh yeah.
You can overdose on
You just got
vitamin
to start
C.
saying, "Oh yeah."
We did.
You can definitely overdose on vitamin C.
Eric said, "Please invite him to the family." He sent a message.
I invited him. The bearded.
Well, I apologize, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, Steph, I'm only kidding.
Oh no, Steph.
Stephanie, get back here.
Steph, you know
She did the whole dramatic leave.
I might have sold it too much, you guys. I think I sold it too hard.
Wait.
Sorry about that.
You do. Sometimes your voice is a little.
It's the beard.
You can't tell if you're joking or not.
It's the dry humor part. Yeah. Like, even if
You'll
you're
see
joking,
me.
sometimes it's a little dry.
Oh,
and it's
Jason
like,
is very good at that. He had poor Matt so confused the other day.
Stephanie's good.
Because he won't smile when he's joking.
Steph, I hope you're still
Yeah, I was a
out
home
there.
health nurse, and I also was the nursing assistant on the unit. My best friend's a nurse practitioner.
I'm CPR. I'm CPR certified.
You CPR certified? I'm not anymore. I'm not working anymore.
I actually
so
am now. I'm like a first responder for my job.
That's cool.
What do you call it?
I had to go through the whole fucking class and everything.
That's not what I asked.
What? Call what?
What do you call the position? What do you call the class you went to?
First responder class. Or
Doggy.
CPR class. It's a first responders who is certified to do CPR in our business.
I see.
Like thing, because you can't just go up and do CPR. You really can't, technically. You could actually be severely in trouble for doing that shit.
Did your instructor have a morbid sense of humor like ours and told us to use Another One Bites the Dust as your rhythm?
No, they're assholes and make you watch a video.
Sorry, there, acritical. We got one dog in heat, and the other dog is crying, whining at her.
Trust me, I never
pleading
want to
his
use it.
case.
I've had to jump in the pool like once to get a kid out who fell in, who couldn't swim. Save the dad from jumping in fully clothed. So
Look at this, you guys. No one's gonna like this. Use of medical cannabis could lead to cannabis dependency and addiction.
yes.
But it doesn't. We've all thought that there's no physical addiction. I guess
If I
it's still-
stopped smoking weed, my stomach would start hurting, I'm sure, at this point. It
And
would
this
take
was
a while
for
to get past that
the-
point.
Wait, is it? Oh no, it's not.
My aches and pains would come back.
Don't
Like,
use
I do
medical
it to
cannabis
eat,
where it is
to help
illegal.
me. And it deals with my neuropathological side. That's why I can get my med card. Vitamin B12 deficiency gives you it.
Huh.
And high anxiety gives you it. And then
Medical cannabis
gastritis
should be
can
used
also
with
give you
great caution, if at all.
Yeah.
in patients
It's
with
just like alcohol. Drink responsibly. If you
well,
drink a
what-
beer responsibly, it will lower your cholesterol.
But this is saying that if you had previous addiction issues, then you're much more likely to be addicted. And
Yeah.
I guess I could see that, but
No.
is that still not a better alternative to a lot of addictions? I would
It's
say
like-
so.
Me, I
It's a
can
lot
still
cheaper
be
than
around
Coke, that's for sure.
alcohol without needing it.
More
Like-
economical. Thanks,
Yeah.
Allison. It's, it's like makes sense.
I
Like,
mean,
I've gotten
have
to
you
the
ever
point
seen that
where-
show, Strange Addictions?
No.
No. All I
That's
know is
weird.
my addiction to alcohol I beat,
There-
and I
There's
can
a lady
be
that was
around it.
Addicted to
Mhm.
what?
Oh, I was letting Trent
Go
finish.
ahead, Trent.
Oh, no, it's like when I was addicted to alcohol, it took me a while. I thought I'd never get to this point where I'd be sober, and I can be around it too. I just get irritated with the drunks. That's about it now. But I'm not stressing for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could have it in front of me and I don't fucking care.
So a critically thinking toker, too much there for my tongue right now.
Just say toker.
Dr. Oz. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, Dr. Oz is. I mean, he might have been a real doctor at some point.
I don't think you can be called doctor without the doctor term, right?
You can be a doctor of all kinds of things. You can be a doctor of English.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put in here?
Well,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah, you can.
doctorate in it. Yes. I
Yes,
suppose.
and you can be technically called a doctor. You can get a what's it called, an honorary
PhD.
doctorate. You can get an
Yeah,
honorary.
but you still have to go through some type of thing. You can't just call yourself a doctor without some type of paperwork.
Do you know that you could be a doctor nurse?
Yeah, but nursing.
Because my nurse has a doctorate in my friend has a doctorate in nursing, and she also has her position at
That
her
was
nursing.
new back in 2008.
That's weird.
I believe they implemented that into law where to be a registered nurse, you had to go through to get a doctorate now. Like physical therapy, you have to have a doctorate.
So Toker talks about Rick Simpson oil.
She's
That's
Dr.
different.
Anna.
That's different. I mean, I get that schizophrenia, you can't just go token on marijuana for it, but Rick Simpson oil definitely is different.
If I may, I'm gonna hop off here.
Me too.
Jason's heading to where he needs to be, and we will do the SSS.
Yeah, guys, we've pretty much we've killed this topic pretty much. I mean, there's plenty to read that would go both ways, but I would just say be cautious about anything. Well, geez, she really had to go. Yeah, no, I was just trying to wrap it up, Allison. You know, I gotta wrap it up a little bit here. All right, thanks everybody for coming through. I was hoping to have some more. I mean, I think we all had some good knowledge for sure, but I was hoping to have my own consultation done on live, but maybe next time. So we're just gonna pull this back up.
Well, thank you for having me.
I like this thing.
Bye.
So is this